Welcome back to Crypto Mischief, and today we are talking about the Fantom Opera blockchain and a project that I've been looking at from afar for a while, and today we're going to start getting really in depth with it on why I think, as a long-term play, this is the one. Just over a month ago, I first started talking about Fantom Network, and I made a couple videos. I actually sent a lot of you, maybe about 30 or 40 of you, a tiny piece of Fantom so that you could make your first transaction on the Fantom Network. So if you want to learn more about that, check this video here, just above that beautiful woman's head, and then you can get rolling with this, okay? The project we're talking about today, I'm so interested in because the success of this project is almost intrinsically linked to the success of the Fantom Network. Fantom has a lot going for it, right? We like to be early. Early means you get the gains. Early means you get to be like her, not like her, right? Getting into Fantom and start stacking up those Fantom tokens really is going to be beneficial, especially whenever this next bull run does kick in. If it's this year or if it's 3 years later, doesn't matter. It will kick in. Fantom is the fastest blockchain. The prices are cheap as... yeah, that's right. They're cheap. Cheaper than Binance. Almost as cheap as Matic, but faster. Matic clogs all the time. Fantom doesn't. With this, I've found a great strategy where you can compound the hell out of this token, right? And earn great, unbelievable APYs. I'm going to tell you exactly how to use this quite confusing platform, but I've got a couple slides to make it really simple and colorful so you can get it pretty quickly. It took me ages, actually, because I'm stupid. We're also going to talk about how you can make gains on this platform and on other platforms using the tokens. And finally, we're going to talk a little bit about why this is going to be a great platform, because it has a plan. Very important, yeah? It's not just a farm. There's more. Way more. Today, we are talking about Tomb Finance. Hey, how you doing? Okay, so this is the landing page for Tomb.finance. Everything I'm talking about today is in the description. The first algorithmic stablecoin on Fantom Opera, pegged to the price of Fantom, not pegged to the price of stablecoin of the dollar, yeah? We're pegged to the price of Fantom. We can see here, total value locked is 3.2 million, which is a very healthy amount for something like this on Fantom, okay? In this site, in this DApp, we have 3 tokens to pay attention to: Tomb, T-Share, T-Bond, and at the bottom there are 2 liquidity tokens. Now, I know what you're thinking. The first time I looked at this site, my head turned into purple soup. It was so confusing. It took me a long time to get my head around it. I had to come back to the site many times. I had to get into this document section and read through it a lot, okay, to get this in my head. What I've managed to do is I've managed to break it down pictorially, yeah, in pictures, for me to understand it better. And that's what I'm going to show you today, so bear with me and I will show you exactly how this works and why I am so bullish on it, especially not in the short term, not as some pump and dump farm where the reward token's going to get overprinted and you're going to be left holding a bag of nothing. In the long term, this, as it works, I'm going to show you how it works, will be able to basically quadruple, bactuple, yeah, 10 times your bag of Fantom that you want to hold on to for the next bull run, where the price of Fantom will explode. People will start using this blockchain more, and then you will be sitting pretty with a huge bag of profit. Not financial advice. This is only entertainment, of course. So with that said, how about we get into my entertaining slideshow? Right, 1 Fantom equals 1 Fantom. That is polydoge logic there. The price of 1 Fantom is always 1 Fantom. The price of Tomb is pegged to Fantom. Attempting to peg to Fantom is not easy. Fantom is an altcoin, so its price is not going to be as steady as the dollar. The dollar basically goes like this, yeah? Just slowly declines in value. That's what the dollar does. But Fantom is going up and down like crazy. It's an altcoin, right? We're in a crazy market right now. It's so volatile. So trying to be always pegged to the price of Fantom would be pretty hard. So at Tomb Finance, they made a very smart way to do this. When Tomb is above, the price of Tomb is above 1 Fantom, you can take this token here, the white gravestone, called T-Share, and you can stake it in the masonry section of the website to get rewarded or print more tomb. Let's have a look. Here we go to the masonry, as in stonemason. You're putting your T-share in here, and they are chipping away at some gravestones to make you some tomb. Tomb that is pegged pretty much to the price of Fantom. We're getting 1,881% APR on this. Quite healthy. You would buy T-share on SpookySwap if you wanted to. We'll do that later. So as we have a look here, the price of one tomb at the moment is above. So it's 1.31 Fantom per tomb, so a little bit higher. So it needs to come down a little bit, of course. So that means that because of that, right now you can take T-share. T-share is worth $377. You can take your T-share and you can put it into the masonry to print some tomb, to chip down some tomb. But what happens when tomb goes below one Fantom? Oh no. If it keeps going below one Fantom, then tomb will not be worth one Fantom. It will be worth less than one Fantom, making this not a stable coin. And it's going to be awful if it just keeps going further and further below. So they need to take tomb out of circulation to make the price go back up. So what do? First, you stop printing more tomb, because the more you print, the lower the value will go. So the masonry, where we were just looking, printing stops. You cannot get any more tomb rewards while the price is below one Fantom. What you're encouraged to do is take your tomb token then, because we want to keep continuing to print, don't we? So we need to help the system. So what you would do is you would take your tomb and exchange it for this other purple token. Another one. They could have made it a different color. But so you exchange it into T-bond, which is this one here, for a 1-to-1 ratio. So one tomb equals one T-bond. And once the price goes back above one Fantom, you can then exchange your T-bond back into tomb, therefore making a little bit of profits. This is how they do it. When you exchange your tomb into T-bond, what it does is it burns your tomb. Yeah, raising the price. They stop printing the token, raising the price. So this is a nice little algorithm here to keep stable to Fantom. Very cool system. So quickly popping over, we would go to the pit. I would take my tomb, turn it into T-bond, right? Burning my tomb. And then after the price has gone back above one Fantom, I would redeem my tomb at a better price, actually making myself a little bit of profit. So we have Fantom, tomb, T-share, T-bond. That's it. That is what we use on this site. It's more profitable to hold T-bond while tomb is overpeg than it would be to simply hodl tomb, because you do get redeemed a little bit more tomb when you exchange your T-bond back into tomb. I'm not actually doing this. I wanted to show this to you so that you could understand how that works, how the system works, and how they manage to keep the price of tomb pegged to Fantom as close as possible. Because then you can have more security knowing that by holding and hodling the tomb token, then you know that it's not just going to dump into nothing and you're going to be left holding a bag of poo. We want to hold something that's valuable, and I think Fantom is valuable, and I think the price of Fantom is set to explode at some time in the future. I can't tell you when. My crystal ball is broken, but it will, and when it does, that means that tomb, because it's pegged to Fantom, will also explode too. Think about that. So this is the system which keeps tomb at the same price as Fantom. So now let me show you what I do to make great profit from the tomb ecosystem joined with Fantom. Tomb and Fantom liquidity pairing. We can go to SpookySwap and you can pair up the liquidity. Because tomb is pegged to Fantom, this minimizes impermanent loss. Doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yeah, impermanent loss. If you pair tether to BNB token and then BNB token goes crazy down in value like it did, what happens to your tether? Yeah, you end up with more BNB and less tether, meaning that you have actually lost money, impermanent loss. That's if you unpair. But if tomb is always supposed to be pegged to the price of Fantom, that means that the impermanent loss that you are going to suffer, there will be some, of course, there's always impermanent loss, but the impermanent loss you are going to suffer is going to be less because they have this whole system working away continuously trying to make Fantom and Tomb the same price. And the fact that you can do this means that actually if you go to SpookySwap and just buy some Tomb, you're actually just exchanging your Fantom almost for the same price as what you would be buying Tomb. Then you're pairing them together, and by doing that, you have just done something very special. If you go to any farm in the world, on the internet, if you take Fantom token as a single asset and you try find a farm or an auto-compounding farm, a yield farm, something to take your Fantom and use it as collateral to get more, you're going to find that you're going to get extremely low APRs on just your Fantom token. But as soon as you magically pair it in SpookySwap with Tomb, your token gets supercharged into a complete beast, okay? Suddenly, your liquidity token, which is almost impervious to impermanent loss, not financial advice, is now getting, for example, in their own DApp, you're getting a daily APR of 2.76% and rewarded in T-share. Let's have a look. So we pop to the symmetry section, and we have here, right, Tomb and Fantom liquidity. So you deposit your Tomb and Fantom into here, and you get paid out in the T-share token, which is worth a hefty $300 right now, getting daily APRs of 2.79% or APRs of 1000%. That is very nice, okay? So that's some pretty sweet APRs there. But wait, there's some other strategies you can do too. So in the first one there, we were in the symmetry on Tomb.finance, and you were staking your liquidity tokens to get paid out in T-share token. So if you're not interested in T-share token, you just want more Fantom and more Tomb token, then you can take your liquidity token, put them into BEEFY.finance, and they will auto-compound your liquidity tokens by 2.6% daily, right? You're growing your liquidity tokens 2.6% daily. Insane rates on both these pairs. For example, auto-compounding Tomb and Fantom is essentially just compounding Fantom, essentially with tiny impermanent loss, at 2.68% daily because they're pegged to each other. So you're just staking Fantom, essentially. Great stuff. This is an amazing tool for getting insane yields. So we have, you can either pair up T-share and Fantom or Tomb and Fantom. So this leaves you with two very good options for how to benefit from this site. This brings us back to why am I so high on Fantom? So this would be a chart of today's price performance of the last the 90 days price performance of Fantom as a single token, right? With the Tomb token being pegged to Fantom as much as it can. We have an all-time high of just under $1 at the height of the last bull run, and now we are sitting at about 22 cents. And it has been pretty much gradually, slowly declining since then. It's a great opportunity to buy into Fantom at the moment and start stacking it up, because if it can get even back to $1, that is a 5x from there. But I surely think it can go much higher because of the performance, not of the price of Fantom, but the performance of the blockchain. It is only 104 in the market cap rank. And when, not if, when it does start to get mass adoption by the crypto people, not by the world, but by the people in the crypto space, you're going to see the price of Fantom token absolutely explode, right? And with that, we're going to see the price of Tomb to explode with it. And we're going to be already have been sitting there auto-compounding or going in with liquidity, getting T-share, selling that T-share back into Tomb, or doing what you want to do with your T-share, reaping rewards from Tomb Finance. The best strategy I've found by far for growing your bag of Fantom. There are actually a couple other places where you can stake. We already spoke about BEEFY Finance. The other one would be Reaper. I will link that in the description. That's also an auto-compounding site. And we also have Millennial Finance, another auto-compounding site. So there are 3 different places you can auto-compound your Tomb and Fantom, or T-share and Fantom liquidity tokens. Or you can stake them on the Tomb.finance site to also get T-share paid out to you. Lovely stuff. And the reason why I want to make another video on this, and I will make another video on this, we have this little spooky cat here. SpookySwap and Tomb Finance are pairing up to create a launchpad. There's not so much news on it. That's why I'm going to be making another video on it later. But that means that Tomb as a token is going to have more use case than just being tied to Fantom. This is your chance to get in while no one's really talking about it, stack up your Tomb tokens, stack up your T-share, auto compound them, and just wait for this launchpad to hit off and reap the benefits. Yep. This is the best play on the Fantom network that there is. If you're not in it, you shouldn't be on the Fantom network. Think about that. Think about it. So let me just show you for the end of this video how to purchase and pair up liquidity in SpookySwap for Tomb.finance to get into the staking. I'm going to show you my strategy, what I'm doing. So first we need to buy some. So we go to swap section and I need to buy some Tomb. Right, Tomb here. Okay, so for this I will get about 1,100 Tomb. So fast, so cheap. We then want to pair the liquidity together, so we will take our Fantom and our Tomb that we just purchased, and we will go max on the Tomb to get our liquidity tokens. We then return to Tomb.finance. We go to the cemetery, and we go into this Tomb Fantom stake button, and we supply all of our tokens into here. And that's it. So what I'll be doing now is I will be taking my T-share and I will be compounding my T-share back into the T-share and Fantom pool. This one here, right? So I'll be adding it in here, basically selling half my T-share into Fantom, staking in here, getting more T-share. Eventually, once I've been doing that for a while, I'll then probably start adding more into more of the profit from this into the Tomb Fantom BEEFY auto compounding, just to start getting more of the Tomb token, because that for me that's the one I want to start building. Okay, because I want more Fantom, I want more Tomb. I think you will be pleasantly surprised when I make my next video in a timely manner about just how much this DApp, how much Tomb Finance is going to be developed and improved by the time my next video comes out. So don't delay, have a look at this, do your own research of course, but you know, I think this is going to be massive. All right, don't get wrecked. See you later.